Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 15th, and it is a beautiful day here in Central Florida. I hope it's beautiful where you are, and if not, then just imagine that you're here in this tropical place. Today, we will be doing a class for hips, knees, and lower back. If you sit or stand for long periods of time while whatever work that you do, then this is a really good class for you to practice on the regular. The reason is because our hips and knees just get stiff from being in the same position for many hours throughout the day. So to do this yoga practice, it would be really helpful to move your hips, knees, and we'll move the lower back in ways that'll help release stiffness and ease maybe some joint pain or even muscle pain. If you have sciatic problems, this is also a great class for you because the sciatic is a cord, is like a nerve that goes all the way down your leg, and it is kind of woven between the muscles. So if the muscles are stiff or tense, they can be squeezing that sciatic nerve, and it can be extremely painful. So some of these postures are really going to help you release some stiffness and tension even in the glutes, and especially that lower back and the hamstrings. So if you're ready, let's get started. Always starting our yoga class with our breathing exercises. So be sure to start your breath in and out through the nose. You can bring your hands to heart center, bow your head. And as you inhale, allow your lungs to expand in all directions. And as you exhale, a gentle drawing in of the navel, the lower abdominals trying to press that air out from the bottom of the lungs. Start to take the longest, deepest breaths of your day. As you inhale, fill those lungs completely, taking in as much air as you can. And as you exhale, breathe all of the air out like you're trying to fog a mirror with your nose. Start to allow the breath making to make some sounds, like waves of like the sound of waves of the ocean. I'm jumbling my words today. I'll try to speak more clearly. Hear that breath in your ears, creating a steady, even breath, and a breath you'll keep throughout your practice, so that when you create this breath for your practice today, and you get into positions that are a little bit more challenging, go back to the breath and allow the body to easily move into the pose or posture. Let's take a few more breaths right here. Good. And then open your eyes and release your hands. And the first pose that we're going to do is great for the hips and knees. So you're going to take your right foot and place it on top of your left knee. And your left knee should be right under the foot. And the right knee should be right on top of the right foot. So you're making a triangle with your legs and not a cross-legged position. You can also use a pillow or block to support that knee if it's way up high like this. And you can also sit up on that pillow to help lift your hips to drop the knees down a little bit lower. So from here, we're just going to bring the hands in front of us. And we're just going to walk the hands as far forward as you can. You should feel a stretch right here on the outer side of your right hip. Inhale, try to straighten your spine. And exhale, just walk your fingertips a little bit more forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, see if you can walk your hands a little bit forward. With every exhale, you're just challenging yourself to deepen into that stretch. One more. See how far you can go. Inhale and then exhale, deepen. And then when you're ready, inhale. Slowly walk your hands back to center. Take your right foot and bring it to the spot above your left knee. So your ankle is pressing against your thigh. Take your left arm and hug your right knee. Take your right arm behind your back and look all the way over your right shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Squeeze that knee in. Really feel a stretch here. Breathing for 3. And as we come back to center, we're going to take this right foot and slide it back, trying to stack the knees for cow pose. So if you notice, we're really getting into this right hip. Every pose here is working that right hip. So as we pull that right foot back, stacking the knees, inhale, take your right arm up and bring your right hand to the middle of your back. Take your left hand under and try to bind your hands. If you can't bind your hands from behind your back, just hold on to your shirt or use a strap or a towel, a shirt, it doesn't matter. And then lift your head. Now from here, we're just going to hinge from the hips, fold forward. So as your head pushes back into your right arm, your belly works towards your right thigh. Breathe here for 3. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. And then inhale, bring it up. And exhale, release your arms. Let's straighten the legs out in front of us and just shake them out. Good. And let's do the other side. So we'll start with a cross-legged position. Then we're going to work the right foot forward, stacking the left foot on top of the right knee. The left knee should be right on top of that right foot. Remember, we have a triangle with the legs. From here, we're going to bring the hands in front of us. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, walk your hands as far forward as you can. When you find that stopping point, take a breath. Inhale. And exhale, go a little bit further with the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Go a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Pressing back into that left hip, feeling that stretch in the outside of that left hip. And then after several breaths at your deepest, slowly walk your hands back up to center. And let's do a gentle twist for the hip and the lower back. Take the left foot, bring it above the knee so the ankle is pressing against your left thigh. And just hug your right knee with your right arm. Sorry, your left knee with your right arm. And then bring your left hand behind your back, look over your shoulder. As you pull the knee towards your chest, you should feel stretch out on the outside of this hip. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale and release. Let's take that left leg, slide the foot back so that you're stacking the left knee on top of the right. Your right foot should come forward a little bit to give space for that left sits bone to ground down into the earth. Now that the left leg is on top, inhale, bring your left arm up to the middle of your back. Go ahead, take that right arm under, binding your hands if you can. If not, hold on to the shirt. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. 3 breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Inhale, come up with the torso. Exhale, release the arms, straighten your legs, and shake it out. From the straight leg position, we're going to cross the legs and roll forward onto the hands and knees for some cat-cow poses, just to warm up the back and forward and back bends. We just did some twists. Spread your knees hip width. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your head, look up. Exhale, round your back, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest, spreading the shoulder blades. Inhale, and drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. And then walk your hands toward your knees and slowly roll on up to the knees for some gentle back bends. I do back bends pretty often, almost every day, because it really helps relieve stiffness. It does make my back a little bit sore because it is intense. I'd probably do way more intense back bends than I teach here. But they are really great for moving the spine around. And they're also really good for your digestive system. So we're just going to do 3 back bends on our knees right now. So bring your hands to your lower back. It doesn't matter how high or low. Just put them in a place where you feel is comfortable, or maybe place them on a place where you feel soreness or stiffness. Push your hips forward, lifting your chest. Gently press your toenails down into the mat. Look up. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Squeeze your butt. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, come to center. Good. We're going to do 2 more of those. You can do hands on the lower back, just like we did. If you're near a wall and you want to reach back towards the wall, you can. Otherwise, just go ahead. Let's grab those heels. Fingertips or whole hands on the heels. Lift the chest. Head moves back. You can look to the ceiling. If you're a little more bendy, look to the wall behind you. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take a break. 1 more. Again, you can grab your heels. You can put your hands on your back. Or you can reach up over your head with me for the wall behind you. So we just start with our hands in prayer position. Take your pose. Inhale. Lengthen up. Exhale. Look or reach back. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, come forward, use your strength. Bring your knees together for this pose of the child. Sit on your heels. Bring your arms back so the fingernails are going to rest on the mat. And round your body over the thighs, bowing your head to the floor. Relax your shoulders. 3 breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhaling, come up. Let's go back to the knees and step your right foot to the front of your mat. Now, first notice how my knee is underneath my ankle. If this is uncomfortable for you, put a pillow or roll up your mat, something soft underneath your left knee. To open the left hip, what we're going to do is we're going to walk our foot pretty far forward. Not so it's straight, but almost to the front edge of your mat. And then bend into that right knee. Notice how the left knee is back and now the knee is over the ankle. This is a deep stretch for that left hip. If you'd like to go deeper, curl your back toes, lift that back knee, come into a runner's lunge. You want to make sure that that back foot is straight and that the ankle or the heel is right over the toes. You're not letting those toes or the heel go out to the side. Now you can stay here with your hands on your thigh. You can reach up into crescent. It's up to you. Breathing for 1. Yes, press out through that back leg. Bend into that right knee a little bit more. 2. And 3. Exhale, drop the left knee. Straighten the right leg. Bring your hands to the mat. You can keep your right toes on the mat. We're just doing a gentle stretch. We're getting some stretch in the ankle and also right here in the hamstring. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Now this next pose, if you have really stiff knees, go ahead, grab a block or pillow. We're going to sit on that block with the straight leg. And the left knee is going to be bent. So I'm going to turn around so I can show you guys. I'm sitting on the block with my right leg and my left knee is bent. We want to pull that left foot out to the side a little bit so you can just slip your hand between your hip and your left foot. If you want to go deeper, like me, you can try to sit all the way down on the floor and you're going to roll your left calf away from your left thigh. Again, a nice little space between your left heel and your left hip, trying to ground both sits bones. Exhale, fold forward. You can use your hands to help you balance. If you're grounded in the sits bones, go ahead and bind your hands around your right foot and breathe for 3. Breathing for 1, looking towards that right big toe. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, bring it up. Now you can stay seated on the block if you'd like. And we're going to take this right knee and bend it up. This is similar to the pose you saw in the picture for this. And we're just going to hold here for a moment, bending that right knee as much as you can. If you're not on the block, you can sit on it, or I'm going to sit on it. Get off of the block right now and just hold for 3. 1. This is intense on the knees, I know. 2, maybe even that left ankle. And 3. Take the right foot and place it onto your left thigh. You can use the block to help support your knee, or you can pull your foot all the way into that hip crease and then try to get the knee down to the floor. Again, this is intense for the knees. Now we're going to add a little bit of a twist. This twist is going to be good for the lower back. So you can either hold your foot in place and then just turn to your right. If you want, take your right hand around your back and grab for your left elbow as you hold the foot. And if you're more bendy, grab the foot with your right hand and twist with your left, looking over your right shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Let's exhale, release. Go ahead, bring that right foot forward. Press yourself back up to the knee, and then just take the knee back. Let's rest in pose of the child. Sit on the heels. You can reach your hands forward or bring your arms back. It's up to you. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. And on your next inhale, come back up to the hands and knees. Step your left foot up so that the knee is underneath the ankle. Nope, the ankle is underneath the knee. I told you my words are not working today. Okay, so let's walk that left foot forward to the front edge of your mat. Scoot, scoot, scoot. And then bend into that left knee. Make sure that the right knee is way back behind the right hip. You can stay here, or if you would like, come on up into that runner's lunge with me. Deep breathing for 1. Press out through that right heel. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Go ahead and slowly drop the knee. If it's not dropped yet, bring your hands to the mat or fingertips to the mat. And then just slowly bend to your right knee as you straighten the left leg. Keep the toes pointed. We want to get a stretch in that ankle too. This is not just for hips, knees, and lower back. We can let the other body parts benefit from the poses we're doing. And then just bow your head towards your left leg for 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Point that right toe. Walk it back as you come back to sitting down. Remember, left leg, the straight leg, the block's going to go under the straight leg. So you might not be having your left leg straight. You might have your right, but it's okay. Sit down if you can. Remember, create a little space between your right heel and your right foot. Roll your calf away if you're having trouble grounding down into those sits bones. Make sure the thighs are together. And then exhale, fold forward, trying to bind your hands around the bottom of your left foot. 3 more breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhaling, head up. Exhaling, release. We're going to bend that left knee up, give it a hug, and hold here. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Let's go ahead and take that left foot onto the right thigh, pulling the foot as close to your hip as you can, holding the foot with the right hand. Reach around your back with your left hand and look to your left. If this is easy for you, grab the foot with your left hand, take your right hand, place it on your left knee, and look over your left shoulder. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale, release. Instead of coming back into that runner's lunge from here, we are just going to straighten the legs and shake it out. If you have a strap or a towel, you can grab it now. If you need it, you're going to wrap the strap around your hands, around your feet. Wow, I'm really mixing words. It's an incredible Monday today. Grab the strap and exhale, fold forward. If you can grab your toes, grab your toes. If you can grab your feet, grab your feet. We're going to hold here for 6 breaths. And just pull on your feet to stretch through the lower back and hamstrings. 6 breaths, bow the head. Deep breathing for 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Inhale, lift your head and come back up to seated for those inner thigh and hip crease exercises. First, we're going to start with the long diamond. And with a long diamond, I mean that the feet are kind of far away from the sits bones. So we're not pulling it in like a tight butterfly or bound ankle pose. So we want to make a nice wide diamond here. Bring your hands to your ankles and pull. You can press your elbows into your legs if you want. Just pull yourself forward, stretching into the lower back and getting some stretch into those inner thighs. Look towards your big toes, breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come up. We're going to do it again, but this time now we're going to pull our feet as close to the sits bones as we can. Bring the thumbs to the arches of your feet instead of holding your ankles, and press your elbows into your legs to open the hips as you pull your torso forward. Deep breathing for 1. Deep breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Let's hold for 6. So after that third breath, I want you to try to challenge yourself. Your body starts to agree with what you're telling it to do. So inhale, exhale, put a little more pressure on those legs. Pull the belly closer to the feet. 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3 more. Good. Inhale. Slowly come up, and we're going to do a couple more twists, and then we'll move to some laying on the belly and on the back pose. So you're going to bend your right knee, folding it as much as you can. Make sure you have a nice space between your foot and your left thigh. Left leg is going to be straight. Turn. Take your left elbow to the outside of your thigh. If you've never done that before, you're going to inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it to the outside of your thigh, hooking the armpit. Bring your right hand to the mat behind your back and twist, looking as far over your right shoulder as possible. Make sure this left foot is flexed. When you think you can't go any further, take your knee, and this is what's going to help you twist. You're using your leg to push into your arm, to push it out to the side to go a little bit deeper. Work your chin over your right shoulder and give your eyeballs a stretch to your right. Suck in that belly. Work the digestive system while you're at it. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale and release. Let's do the other side. Bend that left knee. Make sure you have a good space between your foot and thigh. Bring your left hand behind your back on the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm up high. Exhale, take the right arm across to the outside of that left thigh to twist. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. When you feel you can't go any further, push your left knee out to the side. Make sure your right foot is flexed. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale and release. Good. Let's cross the legs and roll forward onto your hands and knees. Once again, working the lower back and hips. So spread those fingertips wide, spread your knees. Actually, we're going to bring the knees close together. So the knees should be touching, hands should be about shoulder width apart, and then spread your fingers as wide as you can. Make sure the weight's not just in the heels of the palm or press towards the pinkies. Rotate that weight all the way into the index fingers. Bring your right leg up, bringing that right thigh parallel to the floor. Point your toe. Look forward. We're going to do little pulses. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Keep doing it. Inhale. Exhale. Up. down, up, down. Not all the way down, up, down. 10 more. 10, you can do it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep going, you can do it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I know it's really intense on the back. I can feel it. Go ahead, sit on the heels. Bring your arms back. Round your torso over your knees and rest your forehead or head, crown of your head on the mat. And then when you're ready, inhale, come up. Let's do the other side. Bring those hands directly underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingertips wide. Lift that left leg, bend the knee, point the toe. Ready? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Ten more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and lower and come back. Sit on those heels. Reach the arms back and rest the forehead down. I know this might cause some soreness in your lower back, but just think about how stiff and how little it moves in the directions that you want it to if you're just sitting or laying down. So doing these moves helps just give it a little bit more mobility. And that sometimes causes a little bit of discomfort. And that's just growth and change. Growth and change is discomfort that leads us to beautiful things. All right, so let's come to our bellies, and we're going to do some gentle back bends and knee bends on the belly. So first I want you to come to Sphinx pose, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders, spread those fingertips wide, and point the toes. You think we're going to do Sphinx pose, but we're not. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg up, exhale down. Left leg, lower. Right leg, lower. Inhale left, exhale down. Inhale right, exhale down. 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 Inhale left, exhale down. 4 more. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale left, exhale down. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale left, exhale down. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale left, exhale down. 1 more. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale left, exhale down. Lower your torso, turn your head to one side and rest. Good, and then after 3 breaths or so in your resting pose, lift your head. Come on back up to the elbows. This time we're going to take our left elbow and bring it, our left forearm and bring it in front of our body. So our left elbow is pretty much underneath our left shoulder. You're going to bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, and try to bend your knee as much as possible. This is half frog pose or half Bekasana pose. Press, good, or pull, whatever you need to do. You're going to feel a stretch in your quadricep if you do this really deeply. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Exhale, release the foot and bring the opposite arm in front of you so that your forearm is parallel to the front of your mat, and bend your left knee. Go ahead, reach around with the left hand for the left foot and pull that foot as close to your butt, or bend the knee as much as possible for 3 more breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale, release. Bring your arms down to the mat and rest for 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. You can lift your head. We're just going to roll on over to our back from here. So just roll over and lay on your back. For some gentle lower back bends and some twists. So hug the right knee into the chest and stretch that left leg. Squeeze it so much you can wring out that hip. And then we're going to take that right knee all the way over to the left side and reach out with your right arm, looking to your right side. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, bring that knee back up and give it a squeeze. And exhale, release, straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee up, give it a hug, squeeze it nice and tight. And then go ahead and take that left knee over to the right side and reach out with your left hand and look to your left. Deep breaths, breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, bring the knee up, give it a hug. And then bring that right knee in, and we're going to go right into happy baby pose. Open the feet wide, rock from side to side, pull on the feet, stretch those inner thighs, and the hip creases. And bring your knees together, bring your feet flat, and extend your legs out long, bringing your arms down by your sides. Turn your palms up, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good again. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And let your body melt down into your mat. Let your body be still. Let your mind be free from thoughts. It's not time to move on with your day just yet. Just enjoy where you are right here, right now. And if your mind continues to wander, sometimes it's hard to just turn off the thoughts. So an easier practice to get away from thoughts that are fluctuating your mind or causing you too much, go ahead and think of a beautiful, calm, or peaceful place. Go there in your mind. And when you go there in your mind, your brain starts to clear out those unnecessary thoughts. When you're there in your mind, imagine you're there also in your body. When you're ready, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing your awareness back. And gently turn your head from side to side, loosening your neck. Stretch your arms over your head like it's your first morning stretch. And hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side, giving yourself a little hug and massaging that lower back that we worked today. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes and bow your head. I want to thank you all for joining me today on this journey through the hips, knees, and lower back. If you ever have stiffness, a lot of these poses are great on their own. I tend to do them on long car rides. Right in the car, sometimes it helps. So whatever helps you feel better in a good way, that's holistic, that's healthy, then do it. Whether it's a long yoga practice or a few poses, it's important to center yourself and connect with your breath, your mind, and your body every day so you can move on with clarity. May you go with peace. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everybody.